I feel really bad for guys whose thingamajigs
Oh, yeah.
He's the same age.
So you know H3H3, one of the...
That's Ethan, right?
Ethan,
And
yeah.
what's his wife's name?
Hila. We're gonna make a whole video going through all the beef between H3 and Andrew Tate, but this is just a piece of it.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, it's pretty sad because Ethan really did used to be so funny, and he's turned into such a big baby. You know, going against everything that he used to stand for.
I mean, fame is hard. Fame messes with people's heads, and I mean,
Guys, if I ever cower to the Matrix, I have a worm in my brain, and it's not me.
If I ever cower to the Matrix, I need a biff upside the head, and I'm happy to take it.
I need a biff upside the head.
I'm not kidding. I'm happy to take it. We're sometimes, and so we got to keep each other in check.
Yeah, for real. Real quick before we get into the video, make sure to follow us on Rumble, Instagram, and all of our social medias. We'll pop them up right here. YouTube has been taking down some of our videos, so just in case we get deplatformed, I want to make sure you guys have us on decentralized platforms.
What's his name? What's his name? You know that guy?
You know that guy.
The overweight one. Ethan Klein. Now, I discovered something about Ethan Klein. I was corrected. So I briefly was talking about Ethan Klein on Sneako's show, which is coming soon to Rumble, by the way. And I said, yeah, Ethan's chance to ever live a life like mine is well past because he's, 12, 15 years older than me. And I said that nonchalantly, just looking at pictures of him and guessing his age. Do you know how old Ethan Klein is, Andrew? Do you want me to tell you?
43, 44.
What year were you born in?
1986.
He was born in 1985. You're the same fucking age as this guy. This guy's your age. 2 and a bit years older than me.
I don't want to be called off being infactual. Are you actually serious?
No, I'm 100% serious. Everyone, look up Ethan Klein's age. His year of birth is 1985. He's Andrew's age. He is Andrew's age. Yeah.
Wow.
That's bad. So I want everyone to take these things into account when we discuss the information that's been sent to us on Ethan Klein.
Ethan Klein is my age.
The information that's been sent to us that we can say, by the way. So...
What is this transition?
Being Ethan Klein,
I don't know who does their transitions, but they're so funny. The way the audio just cuts out, and it's just... And then Tate with his guns and stuff.
It's like, with my trim little waist. Yeah.
This picture of Tate just kills me every time. It's so funny.
Wait, find it and then pause on it.
Look at his gun drawer.
Oh, I like that.
Isn't that cool?
He's got, you know what? He's got to see Tom's.
Oh yeah, we have a Navy SEAL friend who has a cool. Oh my God, it's like a hidden room. And are we allowed to say all this?
I don't know.
He has a lot of guns.
His gun and weapon collection, all legal, all on the up and up, all registered. Unreal. Like, if shit goes down in this country, we're going to his house.
Yeah, we've done actually a lot of work with Navy SEALs previously. So if you want to see us do some podcasts or something like that,
we're going to get him
cool.
on a podcast. We should give him a university class because he is.
Would he do that?
Brilliant.
We could figure that out.
We gotta talk some business.
Quick shout out to the Get Shit Done University. This is like my full focus right now. It is fucking nuts.
I actually have some really brilliant people in my circle that I could get to do a chapter of chapter by chapter.
So yeah, it's all of my social media marketing knowledge, business tips, health, day-to-day stuff. I also have other experts making their own fields, and we're bringing on nonstop cool people. And for the first 1,000 people that sign up, you get in for $30 a month. Bro, that's like a sandwich nowadays, $30. So
that's like 4 or 5 days of coffee.
Yeah, and it's a month.
If you're into that.
I chose the monthly subscription route to show people.
Or you could pay $5,000 a month for college.
Yeah, I don't want to make this plug too long, but I'm just saying, it's $30 a month. Like that is not bad at all for the amount of information I'm providing, and it's only for the first 1,000 people, and then the price goes up a lot. So stay tuned and join the Discord.
Right, let's get back to this. Pause.
Just pause.
So listen, this is clearly an unfair, shitty picture of Ethan. And Ethan, truly, I'm going to be fair, he doesn't have a lot of wrinkles, and part of that is because he's got a little extra poundage, and that smooths them, which is...
Hila's pretty, though.
She is pretty, and there was a time that, was it Tristan or Tate that said she wasn't pretty? She is pretty.
Oh, yeah, he was roasting her.
He was roasting her. She has beautiful eyes. She has a beautiful mouth. I mean, she's a very pretty girl, I think. but you know, whatever. Maybe I'm being kind. Ethan wouldn't look as old as he does. He does look early 40s, and he just needs to get in shape a little. He just needs to get in shape.
I think he looks his age, just fat. I think he just looks like a mid-30s fat guy. It's just
No, he does look older than 35.
maybe that's an old picture too. I don't know.
Some people gray early, and that's what's happening here. But gray on men looks good. Like women like that, believe it or not.
Being Ethan Klein is like a worst nightmare.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
You're fat.
These guys.
You're depressed.
You're in your mid-30s still.
But he's my age. How is he so? He looks so terrible.
I didn't know this. I mentioned
at 87.
35.
The same age, 35.
35-ish.
Pro fights. How the fuck does he look this bad?
he must have tried. He must have tried.
That's a crazy thought that he's like, I've been through 90 like people trying to kill me, and how do I look better than you? What have you done? He's so badass.
The crazy thing is that,
You gotta stay the same distance.
and
from
I'm
him.
not trying to make it. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but it just comes off this way sometimes. It really is relatively easy to take care of yourself. Just choose different foods, go for a nice long walk, climb the stairs instead of taking the elevator. It's not that hard. Everybody doesn't have to look like Tate and Tristan, like ripped and muscles and six packs, but you can really take care of yourself and keep your youth and keep your health and be strong and have energy every day.
It's really
It's not
do
that
some
hard.
push-ups throughout the day. That's all I really do because I've been working a lot. We've been moving. I've just been
I've been
doing
in
a
the
ton of
kitchen
push-ups.
talking to grandma, right? What am I doing? I'm doing push-ups against the kitchen counter, lady push-ups, because
yeah,
I don't do.
those-
I know some girls do the real push-ups. I don't need to. I have nothing to prove. He asked me to do a push-up one day. I was like, I can't. I've never done a push-up in my life, but I do the ones leaning against the kitchen counter.
You can't do one real push-up.
I can't. If you want to make it like a life goal for me to do one solid push-up, I will do it. But you're gonna have to help me through that. That's how bad it is. I've never done a push-up. High school, elementary school, high school, college. They're like, do a push-up, and I'm like, I can't.
At least you're my mother. You need to be
I
pretty.
got skinny spaghetti arms.
I know. You tried to hit me earlier, and I was like,
And I look better than this man. It's a fucking. He looks awful. Wait, let me put him up again. Let me Mr. Producer him again. Because he looks so terrible. Let me see if I can. Mr. Producer. It's not great because you can't really see us. But Pal, put up. You can't really see it, but you get the point. Well, like this.
Yeah, there we go. You can see me if I sit here.
Yeah, like, but what the fuck?
But he's playing.
bad.
He's joking.
It's really
in that
bad.
Picture.
I know.
They sent
Even
us everything
Ethan-
on Ethan, haven't they?
Oh, they've sent us everything.
It's my
Literally
birthday.
everything.
One like equals one prayer.
Guys, close your eyes.
Close your eyes. You don't want to see this.
I told you to close your eyes. You
Your
should have
age.
done it.
Your age.
How the fuck is he my age?
Get that off my screen,
What a
please.
piece. What a fuck, bro.
I know.
Editor's note. Oh.
He's the same age as you. So I just wanted to put that out there before we
Come
start
on,
going
you know
into
how
the
I
things that
ski?
have.
Food on the face. I skeeve people with food on the face. That's not cute, Ethan.
This is from a video, I think.
No, I don't care. I don't care. Food on the face is disgusting.
Sometimes
but
you
I
gotta do
gotta
what you
say,
gotta do for content.
So just so everybody knows, here we are. We're making fun of Ethan for showing his coolie. But you, from when you were the tiniest, from when you understood, like a year and a half, Sonny used to walk around mooning everybody. He mooned everybody.
It's lies.
It's not lies. I gotta find pictures because I'm sure we have so many pictures of you with your little ass hanging out. I mean, Ethan's 35, so who can explain that?
To a 5-year-old.
But a 1, 2, 3, 16-year-old, yeah, this kid's walking around with his ass hanging out his whole life.
It's funny.
Cancelled. Our YouTube cancel us. So we're here with more live viewers and more subs than we had on YouTube anyway. So you can't cancel us. You can't cancel you.
Yeah, so you're right. So Ethan's been on a mission to try and cancel us. And what's happened is there's some very astute investigators who've been digging into Ethan's life. And they've been emailing me saying, hey, I got dirt on Ethan. And I'm like, I don't really give a shit. He talks about me. I don't really have to do reply videos. I don't care. But they've sent us so much stuff. And then it's just, it's kind of good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I mean, it's just when you take into account that he's our age, that he fights for censorship, it just makes these things very, very funny. Like you said, this is a chance to show that the people that you listen to and the people that you watch for entertainment are hypocrites and they are liars and they are mouthpieces for the machine. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with him?
Well, I got this one. I'm talking about how his dick doesn't work.
Oh, this is
Oh
okay.
no.
Oh,
Depression. I'm medicated for that shit. 20 milligrams Lexapro every fucking day.
make it louder.
My dick feels like a piece of wood.
He said my dick feels like a piece of wood. You heard that right? He goes, and I'm fat, by the way. Side effect.
Also a side effect.
It's just sad the way he talks about himself like that. Like it's just, oh, I'm just fat. Nothing I can do
On the
about
one hand,
it.
I appreciate the honesty because I think that there are people that need to hear, like, you're not alone in that.
Yeah, but he's not like doing anything about it.
But then there's, right, the other hand is, you
Yeah,
need
if he's
to-
like, yeah,
you
I'm
need
fat,
to-
but I'm working towards it, and I'm doing stuff to improve myself. That's like a good message to have, and it's motivational.
I feel really bad for guys whose thingamajigs
Oh,
don't
yeah,
work.
I don't wanna talk
that's
about
rough
this with you.
stuff. Why?
I don't know, it's just weird. I mean, I guess
We don't got to get into personal experiences, but like I'm just saying, I can imagine it's a real emotional screw up because that's one of the things that, like, if you got nothing else, you got that, you know? Thank God there's pills for it now.
Yeah.
There ain't no pills for us.
So this video is quite old. He would have been about my age when he said this. Now, what I really like is, yeah, you know, my penis doesn't work. I have no sensation in my penis. It's the antidepressants that are doing this. They're also making me fat. Big sip from a can of soda. Yeah, it's the antidepressants, mate. They're high in calorie, are they? Or like seriously? Now, but that explains a lot about him. You have to understand that a man whose penis does not work is the type of man to talk badly about men like me and you. When the other fat guy, who we are going to get to, was complaining that women don't like him and women don't go home with him, let me tell you something, Ethan Klein and Daz Black. You have to understand that not only are we nice, not only are we charming, not only do women like our company in every single way, plus we're not fat sacks of shit. If you have any respect for women and their freedom of sexual choice, which I genuinely do, you have to understand that women choosing a man after a night out to go home with, they want to enjoy the sexual experience.
People want me to play it again because they said about the sound. You're right. But that's a really
They want to
important point.
enjoy the sexual experience.
Let's listen to him again talk about how his dick doesn't work.
I have depression. I'm medicated for that shit. 20 milligrams Lexapro every fucking day. My dick feels like a piece of wood. Like I have no sensation in my penis. Side effect. And I'm fat, by the way. Also a side effect. I have depression.
He's drinking LaCroix. He's not drinking seltzer. His fatness is not because of the medication. The medication will give you 10 or 15, but if he wanted, he could turn that into muscle. If he still is feeling like he doesn't want to exercise, the Lexapro's not working, you got to call your doctor and either get off of it or change it up.
Oh, because that's what it's supposed to do?
It's supposed to make you not depressed. It's supposed to make you, like, want to do shit
but-
and be alive.
Look, I'm not depressed and I don't take the medicine, so I don't know, but does it just like mask it so it's like I'm okay with this, or is it supposed to like make you want to do and like start like make habits that, you know, make you not depressed? Like, does it just mask it, or does it make you do stuff that ultimately makes you not depressed? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think both. So, all right, here's where it gets real, YouTube and Rumble. I'm on antidepressants because when I'm off of them, I just walk around crying, like for no reason. Like my life could be perfect. Everything could be money and roses and laughter and best friends and everything's great. And I just walk around crying like, what the fuck is this about? And I call the doctor and I'm like, stop the crying. I don't know what it is. I don't know what, I'm not a scientist. I don't give a shit. Just make it stop. And for me, the one that I'm on does not cause weight gain. It doesn't cause numbness. It actually just takes away.
Like mental numbness?
It doesn't cause. Do I feel mentally numb?
That's why it's like my stance on antidepressants is kind of weird, because you're on them and you're still really articulate, smart, and have a full personality. But I know a lot of people feel like they're just like watching their life behind a movie screen with like fog in front of it.
I think that, but I'm also, so the antidepressants I'm on also help manage anxiety. I have like one anxiety attack a year. One. That's my norm. I think people that have regular daily anxiety attacks, they're on different medications that do make you numb, that zone you out. I don't know. I don't take any of that shit. That's like Klonopin people are taking, and it just makes you high and numb.
Do you want to say what you take,
not,
or you don't want to?
I'm not judging that. Escitalopram,
I don't know.
which is
if anyone can relate.
a generic for, I think, Celexa. We'll look it up and we'll put it on the screen. I'll let you know, because I'm not sure off the top of my head, because I've been taking it so long I don't even remember. But you know, listening to Tate talk about depression, I'm like, gee, I really want to be off of it, but I also know when I have been off of it, I literally walk around crying for no reason. And I know that there's a logical part of my brain going, you have no reason for this shit. What are you doing? So that's where my argument of depression is real comes from. I don't know if it's different for women, but I don't think so. Just because men go through this. I think part of it is genetic. My father suffered from depression, but he had PTSD. And that side of the family generally had some depressive problems, where my mother's side of the family, no depression.
No depression. They're just fucking nuts.
They're just fucking nuts. There's just a lot of anger and a lot of gumption on that side of the family. So I do feel for Ethan what my point is. That said, even though I have this thing, I try to keep I personally fight to keep the dosage as low as possible, because, you know, I don't want to be dependent on that. So you have to get out there as soon as it starts to work even a little bit. You got to exercise. You got to hang out with the people that bring you up. You got to get the fresh air. You got to eat healthy. You got to lay off the soda and the sugar and the garbage and the alcohol. I know I'm always drinking here, but this is the only time I really drink.
We have a glass of wine when we film. That's about it.
Yeah, I know.
Relax.
Everyone's like, Mom's an alcoholic in the comments. I'm like, oh
She's
my
an alcoholic.
God. You haven't
would have
seen
way worse skin at
alcoholism.
this point. Your skin would look like cacajou.
I'd look like Ethan. No, I'm sorry,
That was
Ethan. I was
horrible.
just kidding. I was just kidding, Ethan. Ethan, you got a very pretty wife. I don't care what Tristan says. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, but I was literally gonna say, like, you do all those other things that you should be doing to not be depressed already.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people that just take the thing that Tate says is the people that take the antidepressants don't do those other things. They eat junk, they don't go to the gym, they're fat, but you do those things and you can tell that there's something off. So you take a minimal dose of something to reduce that
To just
from coming up.
kind of finish it up.
But
because before I took the
if you
medication,
didn't
I
do
did
all
all
those
those
things-
things. I literally would exercise, meditation, prayer, healthy nutrition, walking the dog, spending time with positive people. I was doing all the things and it still wasn't working. So the small dose for me personally, it's not for everybody, did the thing. But you're right, I did. And I still, now that I have that, I still do all those other things because I don't want to have to be totally dependent on those things. I want to take as much control of my life and my health as I can, and everybody should.
Yeah, I feel you.
Right? You got heartburn? Stop eating fucking cheese fries for breakfast. I mean, it's that simple.
Who do you know that's eating cheese fries for breakfast?
I know
Alright, let's
some-
keep going.
I have to understand the fact that, let's pretend in your universe that your reality is true.
Tristan's growing on me.
You didn't like Tristan?
I didn't dislike Tristan.
Oh, you said Andrew was more interesting.
I didn't dislike Tristan. I just thought Tristan was like, you know what? He's really growing on me.
Oh, I like Tristan a lot.
Well, you've had more Tristan exposure.
Yeah, they're
He's
both
really
cheese.
growing on me. I gotta say, Tristan.
I have to say, since being in the war room, it's been a great experience so far. Everyone's
24
been super
hours?
welcome. Yeah, everyone's been super welcoming.
We haven't had time to talk about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll talk about it later.
Let's go.
That women will always go home with a guy who's ugly, who's an ugly person on the inside, who's rude, who's mean, who's cruel, but they don't choose you because you're fat and overweight. Who cares? Who cares? The sexual experience they will get from going home with you is nothing. It's zero. I mean, I've got friends who are sexual experts and talk about this stuff. It's not really it's not something I preach about on my platform, but the basis of sexual performance is not collapsing and sweating and dying after 2 minutes of light cardio. That's just the basis of it. So if you actually have any respect for women and think their sexual choices are down to them and they can decide who they have sex with and they have sexual freedom, which I think too, you can't get mad that they don't go home with you. It's like being a car salesman selling broken down, ugly ass cars with no engine that won't move, saying, well, why is everyone buying Ferraris? You are stupid, literally intellectually stupid, if you don't understand why women don't want to sleep with you. And do you think Daz Black is going to be a good sexual performer? Do you believe he's going to give a woman because it's a big decision for a woman. They're letting someone inside of their body. They're being intimate with somebody who perhaps they don't know very well. When they decide to go home with somebody, that's a big decision. Do you think that they want?
Yeah, I'm not getting into this too much because I'm on a video with my son, but Daz Black doesn't look like a good time. Just
Seconds of very, very light tickling sensation followed by you collapsing and crying for their investment of upping their body count? They don't. And that's what you people need to understand. This is why women don't choose you on the base level. This is base level shit. I'm surprised these guys don't get it.
Wait. The guy who's trying to say I'm a bad person all day, every day and trying to insult me, his dick doesn't work.
Yeah, his dick doesn't work.
He's my age.
Yeah, he's your age.
He's on antidepressants.
Yep.
very too young for that.
And his dick doesn't work.
And he's grossly overweight, even with a dick that worked. I mean, how long is that guy going for?
You know the thing about the antidepressant thing?
Please, tell me.
It's interesting to me. If you need... No, but it is.
Super chat. Same Ethan Klein who said women should be conquered.
Conquer with what?
Yeah, exactly. People should know when they're conquered.
Yeah, but what's amazing to me is this. If you need pills, if you need antidepressants to live your life, because your worldview has managed to construct a life which is so miserable and depressing that you need pills to even keep yourself functioning, why do you think anybody is going to respect your opinion on the world? Because nobody wants to think like you, because if they thought like you, they'd end up like you. You don't.
So this is this is really interesting from what an interesting segue from the conversation we just had. You know, like, I want to be clear that the things that happen to me just happen, and the logical part of my brain is going, this doesn't make sense. This is bullshit. And it's very hard to explain to somebody that hasn't gone through it. Like, why am I crying? My life is perfect. Maybe by the grace of God, these gentlemen haven't gone through that. So it bothers me that I'm on this medication for the same reasons that Tate is saying, but I also don't think that it invalidates my worldview.
Yeah, but he's saying, like, the way it is with men. It's like, if you look up to someone and you, like, idolize them, then you look at, like, the way they think as you, like, look up to the way they think and the way they do. So why would you look up to Ethan if the way he thinks is being on pills and... Maybe I'm butchering that.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think if Ethan said, yeah, I take this medication because there's something going on that I can't handle or that I don't understand, or I've tried to wrangle and I can't, but now that I take it, it took the edge off and I'm fucking awesome. That would be one thing, but now you've got Ethan saying, I take these pills and I'm still sad and fat.
My dick don't work.
My thing doesn't work. Like, I get Tate's point on that. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think that we can completely invalidate depression. And I am grateful, and this sounds weird, I am almost grateful a little bit that I have the depression that I have to the low degree, that it can be managed by a low level dosage.
Why?
Because it makes me more compassionate to other people who have real mental illness, like people who have, like, bipolar disorder and schizophrenia and real shit.
Who are sad are not to be emulated. Why would you want to think like a sad person? Why would you want to agree with a person who needs pills to... Anybody is going to respect your opinion on the world, because nobody wants to think like you.
I would love, this would be a great conversation for me and Tate to have, like, live, because I'd like to have him be more compassionate to people like me who are just, hey, I get this shit that happens and I don't know why, and I can't explain it, but this helps, and now I'm a much stronger, better person because of it. I understand his position, again, on Ethan, but don't shit on everyone.
But the majority of people
where it's working. Be careful with the majority of people with the big statements. What are you trying to say?
I'm just gonna say, like, I feel like the majority of people just take those medicines just to mask the issue, and they don't do all the other stuff like you said you did. Like, you tried a million things and you still do all those things that are beneficial to you and should help a normal person get out of depression. A lot of people don't do that. They just go right to taking pills.
All right, I can't say that for sure, but I can say I agree with you, because I see other people with, like, I've got diabetes, or I'm fat, or this hurts or that hurts. I've got acid reflux, and they go straight to the doctor to take pills instead of doing the things. Diabetes has been proven to be curable with diet.
Yeah.
It's that simple. But people have no self-control, which takes us back to Tate's whole point of control your mind, control your mouth, control yourself, and you will solve all your problems. So you're right. I mean, so by that standard, you're probably right that most people turn to pills as a first resort instead of as a last resort. I turn to them as a last resort.
Keep going.
You don't respect the thinking of people who are sad, because people who are sad are not to be emulated. Why would you want to think like a sad person? Why would you want to agree with a person who needs pills to function? The fact he just said, I'm on antidepressants, that invalidates your entire worldview, friend. Because I'm not. We're the same age. My dick works and I'm not an antidepressant.
See, I don't feel like I'm invalidated by it. I do understand his point about Ethan being invalidated by it, because Ethan's not getting any better. What are you taking this shit for if it's not making you any better?
Soul, including every single person who watches your videos. Not a single soul, if God were to come down and give them the choice, whether they could be transported into...
No, I just yawned. I held it in.
my body or yours, not a single one would choose to be you.
And
Not one. You lose the game of life.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. The dude's dick doesn't work, and he needs pills to function. Like this is such easy shooting fish in a barrel. I don't know what to say about
the guy's got 2 kids. You're going to outlive him by about 25 years plus. Do you not have enough respect for your family and your children to take care of your health on the most fundamental, basic level?
I love that. I love that.
Family man.
I love seeing people like, I love my family, I love my wife and kids more than anything. Oh my God, Big Mac. Yeah. Calm down.
Smoking a pack of
Take
cigs
care
a
of
day.
yourself. Don't tell me how much you love your kids, and then, yeah.
Heartbreaking. As Andrew said in his meeting, we all know that I'm a father. You think I am going to get so overweight that I risk having a heart attack and dying at age 42 because I like nacho cheese? I like nacho cheese that much that the time I'm going to spend raising my family has been severely reduced by risk of cardiac arrest.
Right, you might still have a heart attack, but you don't need to. You don't need to push the envelope on it.
I love the way they simplify stuff like that. They're like, you're gonna let fucking nacho cheese ruin decades with your family? It's like, that is like the truth though. Like, you're really gonna let
Write
food,
down.
You're gonna let like food
Simplify.
or cigarettes or some shit like that ruin your life? Like what? Like, you know how many people, like old people I know that died at like 70 because they were just smoking cigarettes their whole life? Like, it's just
Who's your
crazy.
grandpa?
Like you would I would actually know my grandfather. It's kind of sad.
And he was the best.
Jesus Christ, man.
And
We're the guys who you think are dangerous?
And this is the thing. You have to then question how someone like Ethan becomes someone like Ethan, because his existence is miserable, self-admitted.
I know the answer.
He admits, I'm not trying to insult the guy. He admits his existence is miserable. He admits his life is unhappy. He admits he needs pills to function.
I'm not trying to insult the
And he
guy.
admits his penis doesn't work. So nobody wants to be him, right?
Okay,
So
great.
how do you end up in that terrible a position?
I will tell you 2 words. Ready?
So,
His father. His father. Now, I'm not going to tell anyone his father's name or address or anything. Doxing people is morally wrong, although we've been doxed a million times. Feel free to show up at my house. It's all over the fucking internet. But I do have some of his father's tweets, which his father put out in public. And I've just screenshotted a Twitter account, which is completely fine and completely legal. And I think you should show people this man's father's Twitter interactions and Twitter conversations.
sure, let's see what we have.
Ethan Klein's dad, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's see what we have.
Oh man, they really went that
I'm
deep.
gonna make it fit. Mr. Producer. All right, so we got this. Pow.
Okay.
So
This is step 1.
Met Models fan, followed by Ethan Klein.
And
That's
his dad.
fine. Okay, so his dad follows some internet model. That's no big deal.
Yeah, that's no big deal. That's okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say
No
that's
big deal.
really
What's
not
this
the end of
one?
the world.
Ethan Klein's Twitter account. Are you more enthusiastic?
Gary Klein.
Gary
That's his
Klein.
dad, yeah.
Sorry, that's your dad. That's not Ethan. That's your dad.
Yeah,
Gary.
this is Ethan Klein's
This
father.
is Ethan
ladies
Klein's
and gentlemen.
father. Are you more enthusiastic with your blowjobs there?
Oh.
Disappointing because you're so hot. So this is him on. He's complaining about the only.
I can't imagine my father ever saying this shit. That is just gross.
That is
My father
fucked.
was a gentleman.
I see the people that like respond to like there's just like sometimes you're scrolling on Twitter and it's just like, well, that's a pair of titties, and then you look in the replies and you're like Twitter's public, like you're letting like people that follow you see that you're that down bad. That's insane.
People are gross.
And his son had a following at this point. This is 2017. This is like peak Ethan Klein. Oh my god, that's nuts. If that's real, I mean, I'm sure.
People say disgusting things. This bothers me that a grown. All right, so if Ethan's 35, let's say this guy had him young and he's 50.
That is nuts.
It's gross. My father would never talk to a woman like that, even if he was alive today and the internet was blazing. That is disgusting.
And then they
it
call these
bothers
people
me.
weird
If
people
you
with
saw
girls.
some of the instant messages I've been getting on my Instagram,
Oh,
I'm never ever sharing them with you.
I can't look.
No.
They're that bad. You
No,
just-
they're things that like would make me not ever be able to look you in the eye again.
Oh,
Disgusting.
No, I'm good. No, that's horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, I don't even want to look
The
at that
way
shit.
men think it's okay to just talk to women on the internet, and because young women are so desperate for attention, sadly,
If you want to
and
show me
love.
the accounts so that if I see them, I can just whip out the Glock.
No, we're just gonna leave them alone and ignore them.
fans content of one of his favorite models.
Okay.
Ooh, this is getting good. What else do we have here? All right, that's that one. We've seen that one. What else do we have here? What's this one?
Gross. That's disturbing.
Oops, I've Mr. Producered myself into oblivion. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to delete this. Bang.
Keep it coming. Ethan Klein's father, ladies and gentlemen. This is the guy who raised him.
I don't know how to delete them.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll show you on my
Starting to
phone,
all
so then
make
you can do
sense.
it.
Okay.
This one doesn't fit on the screen.
But the comment underneath, do you want to read the comment underneath this? She says, thanks to all my fans, something, something. It's so good. Open up the screenshot. What is it? Oh, you're welcome. Praying hands or something.
Let's read it here.
It's just something like that.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
you're
welcome. So Gary Klein replies, "You're welcome to this." Girl.
Now, here's the thing. I understand that
Entertainment.
pornography is unfortunately a normal or normalized habit of men in this day and age. I understand that. But there are limits. I mean, your public Twitter account, can we load up exactly how many accounts this guy follows? Can we load this up? The number. Okay, you like porn? Cool. Follow a porn star or two. Cool. Watch Pornhub. Jerk off to a video or two. Look at the number of porn accounts this guy's dad and him follow.
This is a screenshot of some of the porn actresses and OnlyFans girls that Ethan Klein's father interacts with, which means buys content from, begs for videos, and sends support to on Twitter.
Okay, so this guy, this may all be secret shit that he kept from his kid, that he kept from Ethan, but there was also, I could purport that this guy taught him never to be respectful to women, didn't teach him how to be a man and have a backbone. There's something going on with Ethan.
Yeah.
And there's something going on with the dad. Am I boring you?
Oh, I'm just like, that's just gross.
There's a second screenshot, more pages. I mean, you guys get the picture. You guys get the
still
picture.
need to be
Now, let me
honest.
tell you something. You need good male role models in your life to end up a happy, content person. And health is step one to happiness, in my opinion. So when I look up to my brother, when we looked up to our father, when we looked up to our kickboxing coach and the other fighters and the athletes and people who were around us who were stayed away from drugs, had healthy relationships with women, stayed in great shape, and we ended up how we were, it's no surprise to understand that this is why Ethan Klein ended up where he is. But, ladies and gentlemen, what you have to understand is this man has tens of thousands of people watching him every time he live streams. And my advice to you again, young men, these people do not respect you because these are the people who want to influence your opinions. They want to influence your opinions and look at what they do with their free time. And here's another thing, Ethan, if you don't know this, one of the major reasons for erectile dysfunction and a lack of function in the penis nowadays that happens to men, and it is a problem that's getting much worse, is the consumption of pornography, the overconsumption of pornography, the desensitization to sexual images, the
exactly what I'm
ridiculous amount of masturbation that young men do, and their testosterone.
It's so bad for you. It
Right,
really
then
is.
they go to a real girl, and the real girl can't keep up with this fake world, so they're desensitized, and the real girl doesn't turn them on anymore. Like, what the fuck is that? You're missing out. Get off that shit and go enjoy the real stuff. Jesus Christ. It's so crazy. I am so glad. My whole life, it never really occurred to me until this moment watching Ethan Klein's father talk to these ladies of the night, because they're not ladies, that my father never did a single thing that I can think of, not a single thing that I'm ashamed of.
Yeah.
He was a G.
He's a G.
He was a G.
Worry about the antidepressants, my friend, Ethan. Don't worry about, being overweight. I'm telling you, your penis would work much better if you didn't spend 16 hours a day beating it while your wife doesn't have sex with you. Can we get those screenshots of his wife saying he doesn't get any action from his wife, please?
Ela, poor Ela.
I feel bad, bro.
No, I'm advising
for her,
him.
'cause she's
I'm
not
advising
getting
him.
the
So
attention
there's a
other women are getting the
screenshot that I hope
attention
that
she
you're
should
going
be
to find
getting.
right now, where he says, I just got the first bit of action that I've had in months when my finger slipped through the toilet paper and slipped up my butthole on the toilet. And his wife says, you shouldn't put this on Twitter. And he says, well, last time you slipped a finger up my butthole was a long time ago. One, you consider action getting your wife to finger your butthole. Now, cool. Right.
they're gonna end
You're
up divorced.
into what you're into. I'm not judging you. But I'm telling you,
They're getting divorced. I'm saying it now.
Read this though.
Mark my words. If the divorce isn't already in the works, it's happening.
Today I finally slipped. Does this not look like a joke to you though?
Today I finally got some action when my finger slipped through the toilet paper. All right, yeah, haha.
Ethan, I said no Twitter before breakfast.
Okay, but when is the last time you poked my butthole? This tweet is kind of your fault, sorry. I mean,
Erasing Twitter.
there's a little bit of joking here.
I feel like that's a complete joke, but what do I know?
Active who inspires you to have sex with her. Maybe be more of a man for your wife so you can give her a good time and sexually please.
He's saying she's not attractive. That's not fair because everybody's got their own thing.
Put down the porn and your life will be happier and more fulfilled. I swear to God, Ethan, this is just good advice coming from a man who has a very healthy relationship with women, who has unlimited sexual access from women, who does not watch porn. You really need to get your mind right, bro.
No, but these people, you know what?
This goes for
It's-
anybody.
He's
This goes
just
to
a sad
everybody.
person.
Lay off it.
He's a sad man. He takes pills. He's just a sad guy, and he just sits on the internet trying to tear down people he wishes he was.
But like, who would want to, as a woman, I can say in my one personal experience that I don't want to deal with a sad dude. Like, I'm not saying that if the man I love is going through a sad time, of course I'm going to be there. Like, I'm like, as my son, like separately from all this bullshit, like you can see that I have compassion and I'm like, hey, what do we need to do here? Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Right? I'm a compassionate person to my son, my friends, if there's a man in my life. But if your general personality is poor me, it's gross. Of course he's not getting any action from his wife.
And you know what? It's not even his fault, because if that's his father, I mean, I've got a picture here of our dad, if anyone didn't know. But
Yeah.
we had the best dad on the planet.
Yeah, if you're watching this, by the way,
Nope, I had the best dad on the planet.
inside the Matrix, spread it around. Let's pump the viewer number up. 40,000 people.
Should show everybody the dollhouse tonight.
What's wrong? Oh yeah, our grandpa built this thing behind us. Or my grandpa, not her grandpa.
Yeah, that's another story. We'll tell that in a minute.
There's a story behind that?
It's a little story.
Look at this guy. Look at this G.
So our father was a fearsome predator, and he raised us to be fearsome predators. But if your father's just a cuckold porn addict, then I guess Ethan's a result. So in a way, he's kind of not responsible.
He's a victim.
He's a victim. But he needs to be self-aware enough to understand why he hates
us.
the way he is and why he hates us, and try and improve himself. Because if Ethan were to actually wake up and say, you know what, I need to become a better person, I want to go to the gym, I want to train hard, etc., I'd encourage him. I have nothing personal.
Ethan, I would actually encourage you.
But yeah,
Reach out.
I mean, your father's porn addiction is kind of embarrassing, so that's going to become a thing.
Yeah.
Follow us on Rumble, do the thing, join the Discord, blah, blah, blah.
All right, guys. Yeah, do the shit she said. You're gonna have to make a course at a section of the university.
I am. I'm going to work on it.
Being a gentleman, that would be so
I
cool.
actually have a good idea for that already.
You'll get started.
I actually have a base. Oh God, the hiccups! I have a basis for it, and I had a good foundation, which I've had an idea for a long time that I can actually use for that, for being a gentleman and making sure
all the rules.
Sure that
Start writing shit down.
you yourself are a gentleman and you find a lady who understands the same rules.
Indubitably. All right, guys.
Indubitably.
Indubitably. Do all the shit she said.
Yeah, we use that word every day. Yeah.
I do. All right. Well, I'll smell you
No,
later.
he doesn't.